Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Namibia is celebrating 33 years of independence. Previously known as Southwest Africa, Namibia was proclaimed a German protectorate by Otto von Bismarck in 1884. The conquest of German Southwest Africa by South African forces during the First World War resulted in the subsequent administration of South Africa under a 1920 League of Nations mandate. On the 19th of April 1960, the Southwest Africa People's Organization, SWAPO, was formed as a liberation movement. 6 years later, in 1966, the People's Liberation Army of Namibia, PLAN, SWAPO's military wing, waged a guerrilla struggle that effectively culminated in South African forces capitulating to end its illegal occupation of Namibia in 1988, in accordance with the United Nations Peace Plan for the entire region. In 1989, the implementation of United Nations Resolution 435, calling for free and fair elections under the supervision of the United Nations Transitional Assistance Group, UNTAC, resulted in SWAPO coming to power after 106 years of colonialism and a protracted struggle for national liberation. Namibia attained its hard-won independence on the 21st of March 1990, with Dr. Sam Nujoma becoming the founding president of an independent, sovereign state, the Republic of Namibia. President Nujoma stepped down in 2005 after serving 3 terms as the president. In his statement to the cabinet in January 1998, His Excellency the Founding Father, Dr. Sam Nujoma, emphasized the need for members for the cabinet, in the interest of the government and the people, to be clear about where we are, where we want to go from here, and over what time frame. He then called on the cabinet to deliberate on a vision that will take Namibia from the present into the future. A vision that will guide us to make deliberate efforts to improve the quality of life of our people to the level of their counterparts in the developed world by the year 2030. According to him, a national vision provides a long-term alternative policy scenario on the future course of development in a country at different points in time up until the target year. When we come back, we had the honor and privilege to sit down with Dr. Nujoma and talk about his vision and dream for our country. Your Excellency Dr. Sam Nujoma, we are nearing Vision 2030, which you launched back in 2004. Is this dream still valid, and is it achievable in the next remaining 7 years?
Indeed, in June 2004, in my capacity as the head of state, I launched Namibia Vision 2030 and emphasized the need to be clear about where we are, where we wanted to go, and over what time frame. The vision is based on careful analysis and reviews of Namibia's past and the current experience in development, given its natural, material, and financial resources and its cultural, regional, and international context. The progress and the result we have achieved are grounded in our planning and implementation efforts through successive national development plans. These are products of intensive countrywide consultations and all informed by recommendation for the higher level panel on the Namibia economy, the African Union Agenda 2063 of the Africa. We wanted the United Nations Sustainable Goals, and more importantly, the contribution by citizens from the length and breadth of our country. Thus, this vision is still valid and achievable in the remaining 7 years if we work hard and remain united as I believe that a people united striving to achieve a common good for all members of the society will always emerge victorious.
We will now hear from Mr. Obeth Konjoze of the National Planning Commission on Vision 2030. Is this project still viable?
Not in its entirety, not in its fullest of the aggregate of all the 8 themes. For I view it as a developmental undertaking or program, just because it has several programs or areas it needs to address as expected outcomes. The first of which is, of course, of those themes is macroeconomic environment. And that for the last better part of 2 years and the periods before, it's work in progress. It's an ongoing undertaking given where the economy got to, given that there was a period of, in the latter part of the program of COVID, we've gone through an ADA period of almost lack of growth, having tumbled from a very steep growth and a heightened expenditure as we try and address the many challenges the country faces. So that's the first theme. The second one being natural resources and the environment, peace and political stability. Third, the external environment, of course, those around us, friends and everybody, friendly countries, and who we trade with, population, health and development, of which we now know, inequality and social welfare, knowledge, information and technology, human resources development, and industrial capacity. So all of these, I tend to look at them as poignant, required, needed to be addressed. The question is, so many of them, and how were they structured to strategically achieve within the 5 or 6 national development plans? Was this a loading of too many of them without the appropriate resources, both technological, finance, human, and otherwise to be able to deal with them. But if one steps back to 1990 and perhaps the period 91, 2000, you remember this was a government that was newly set up in those first 10 years, 15 years. So a lot of what Namibia was at 1990 to where we are today, it's not the same country. It's a country that has changed for much of the time for better. So there must be an acknowledgement of that.
Namibia is known for its rich diversity of cultures, despite it having a population of less than 3 million people. There are a number of ethnic groups, including the San, Nama, Damra, and Herero tribes. Many of the customs and cultures are infused with African and European elements. As a result of the German colonialization, Namibia has a strong German influence till date, which can be seen in its architecture and cuisine. The San people, also known as the Bushmen, are direct descendants of the Stone Age inhabitants, and they are indigenous to Namibia. The San culture is polygamous through marriage, with all members being related to one another. Nama people are the largest Khoikhoi ethnic group, representing 1/8 of the Namibian population. They are known to be sheep or cattle herders, but were also feared warriors during pre-colonial times. They regularly fought with the Herero people over fertile grazing grounds across central Namibia. Damra people are one of the oldest ethnic groups in the country, whose origins cannot be traced. Before the 1800s, the Damra were herders of cattle, sheep, and goats. By the 19th century, this group, unable to defend themselves, were chased out of their settlements by the Herero and Nama people. Most of the Damra people became servants of these stronger tribes. The Herero people, also known as the Ova Herero, is Namibia's proudest tribe. The people take pride in their culture and traditions and protect it from any outside influence. Their traditional attire, religious ceremonies, and hierarchy are key aspects of the tribe. When we return, we sit down with Dr. Nujoma once again and talk about if he's proud of the Namibia he had a hand in creating. Dr. Nujoma, are you proud of the Namibia you had a hand in creating, or what could we have done differently 33 years ago?
Since the dawn of our freedom and genuine independence on the 21st March 1999, we have taken giant steps and made significant and undeniable progress in responding to the basic needs of our people. However, despite these achievements, our nation has experienced the triple challenges of poverty, unemployment, and inequality, exacerbated by the crippling droughts due to climate change in its post-independence history. These were followed by an unbearable global economic recession, which was compounded by the outbreak of the devastating effects of the COVID-19 epidemic. We are all aware that due to these various factors, we have been forced to curtail our goals and strategies and divert the much needed funds to deal with the prevalent crisis in an attempt to consolidate our fiscal stability. Fortunately, this year we have been blessed with good showers of rain, which symbolizes hope and the promise of a new dawn of renewed optimism. Indeed, Namibia is harvesting dividends for prosperity in the investment area, especially in the development of the green hydrogen and ammonia industries, as well as the recent oil and gas discoveries, which are finally bearing good returns. Similarly, the country established the Helvetia Sovereignty Wealth Funds with the aim to contract the efforts of negative macroeconomic shocks and protect our foreign reserve position, as well as promote intergenerational prosperity. I therefore trust that the country will stay on course in this regard, mindful of the imperative to unite all Namibians as one people and emerge as a strong force to address the challenges of the nation building while leading our country to greater heights.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch, Namibia, zu 33 Jahren Unabhängigkeit. In meinen Augen gehört Namibia mit seinen herzlichen, offenen Menschen, seiner vielfältigen Kultur und der umwerfenden Natur zu einem der besten Plätze auf dieser Erde. Auf weitere 33 Jahre, die dem Land hoffentlich weitere Fortschritte und Wohlstand bringen werden.
Hello, my name is Nadia Gustavo from Stimmybox Sensory Play Creations, and we want to wish Namibia a happy 33rd birthday. At Stimmybox, we believe that the earlier people realize their potential, the longer they can live in it. So our mission is to help children reach their potential so that they can make a positive contribution to society as adults. And we are so grateful that an independent Namibia can help us achieve this. Happy Independence Day, Namibia. We wish you many more years of peace and prosperity. May your youth continue to pursue their dreams and grow our wonderful nation.
Happy Independence Day, Namibia, from me, Ashwin Berry. Thank you for accommodating and loving Africans such as myself, and thank you for showing the entire world what it truly means to come from the land of the brave.
This is Lisa Ellers, aka DJ Rise Elders, all the way from Drag Night, Namibia, and our wish for our Mama Namibia for 33 years of independence is just more inclusivity, more job creation, more local agriculture. Our wish is to see not only our country, but our people, especially our LGBT community, flourish so that everyone can feel safe, included, and seen. We love you. Everyone who's celebrating a country of freedom is working together to make it a possibility. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Mwah.
Namibia kenta kangai tes neske satangai atesa tidagene dizingonan akurinwana hitin ngamitin ngake ha khudanok ngadi eiku tikenta tintin ngamitin ha kenta kangai tes.
For our final segment, we hear what the message for our nation is from our founding father. Namibia is celebrating 33 years of independence. What is your message for the Namibians out there?
I'm delighted that Namibia is celebrating 33 years of our hard-won freedom and genuine independence. On this historic milestone, allow me on behalf of the veterans of our national liberation struggle, the Nujoma family, and indeed on my own behalf, to convey my warmest congratulations to the government and people of Namibia on our country's 33rd independence anniversary. Indeed, Namibia has made impressive advances in its development since that momentous day of the attainment of our freedom and the genuine independence on the 21st March 1990. In this regard, this celebration allows for a reflection of the many achievements and the significant progress made during the course of our history. The resilience, courage, and the unity of the Namibian people have been the qualities so necessary for our country to overcome the challenges of these relatively early years of our nationhood. This year's theme, A People United for Prosperity, therefore reflects the determination of our people to soldier on in the face of challenges and take up our country to greater heights as a united people. As I always say, a united people striving to achieve common good for all members of the society will always emerge victorious.
The African Child Development Trust helps me to learn.
Im gesamten Namibia helfen sie und machen
Ovemoyo nene kushitanga kuvaterange nilironge mayoviro naimwe ngeshitwa hetu shimbe mupango uno kona hange wahe homo mukunda hakakuhonge mandimi yao.
Songkar is Mirden.
Let's take education to the regions. Let's build a brighter future for Namibia.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an honor and a privilege not only for me but for the entire NMH and NTV team to meet and speak to Dr. Sam Nujoma. Happy birthday, Namibia. May we work together in unity for the benefit of our beautiful country.